You push code and pray nothing breaks. Sound familiar? You refresh the page, you check Slack or Jira, you hold your breath. That's what CI/CD eliminates entirely. Welcome to the second episode of CI/CD. In the next 10 minutes, I am going to break down the three biggest CI/CD tools: Jenkins, GitHub Actions, and GitLab CI. Show you real code for each one and tell you exactly which one to pick. No fluff, no it depends, a real answer. Welcome to the Solo Engineer. Let's go. So, just a recap of the first part that we have gone through. If you have not watched out the first episode, click on the I button and do watch it. So, what is CI/CD? It is the three concepts that people love to overcomplicate. Here, what they actually mean. CI, every single push to your report triggers an automated build and test shoot. You don't find bugs, you find them in 30 seconds right after you wrote them. It involves the 5 step as we have seen earlier. Moving ahead to the CD, continuous delivery. Code is always in a deployable state. Main branch is always production ready. When you want to ship, it's one click, not a 2 hour ritual. And the CD is the final form. The test pass, code deploys, zero human intervention, no approval gates, no deploy particular days. Code goes from your editor to production automatically. In the delivery, human involves for the clicking the button and approval part, and in the deployment, human is also not involved. And this is not theoretical. The Dora metrics, the largest study on software delivery performance, show that elite teams deploy 208 times more frequently with 106 times faster lead time than low performance. Those teams all have one thing in common: automated CI/CD. And if you are still manually deploying, SHing into servers, running build scripts by hand, you are working 10x harder than you need to. So the moving ahead to the OG automation tool, Jenkins. Jenkins is the open source, self-hosted, Java-based, been around since 2011. If CI/CD tools were rock bands, Jenkins is the Rolling Stones. Still touring, still relevant, and a little rough around the edges. How it works is the master agent architecture. You have a central Jenkins server that orchestrates everything, and agents, separate machines that actually run your build. Configuration lives in a Jenkins file written in Groovy. And here's a real Jenkins pipeline. As you can see here, syntax highlighted, Groovy syntax, declarative pipeline, and conditional deploy, and also failure notification. So build, test, deploy, and only deploys from main, sends a Slack message if something breaks, straightforward. Now, what is the pros? Over 1800 plugins, you can integrate Jenkins with literally anything. AWS, Kubernetes, Jira, Slack, your grandmother's toaster, total control, runs anywhere. On-prem, cloud, your basement. And the cons is you maintain everything, the server updates, the security patches, the plugins that break after every upgrade, and the UI. I'm sorry, looks like it was designed in 2008 because it was. The best for enterprise teams who need maximum customization, have complex multi-cloud pipelines, and already have DevOps engineers on staff to babysit it. Jenkins is like building your own car from parts, incredibly powerful, but you are also the mechanic, the electrician, and the guy changing the oil every weekend. Now, moving ahead to the second most popular for a reason tool is GitHub Action. And this is a cloud native CI/CD pipeline tool built directly into GitHub, launched in 2019, and it basically ate the CI/CD market in 3 years. There's a reason for that. How it works is the YAML files in the directory of the repo as the format .github slash workflows, and every file is a workflow. Workflows triggers on events, push, pull request, schedule, manual dispatch, no server to manage, and no plugins to install. And this is the live YAML code which you are seeing on the screen, and this is for the CI pipeline. And look at that matrix strategy: 3 versions simultaneously, caching for speed, and OIDC auth, no stored keys, and conditional deploy. One config and it test across node 18 and 20 simultaneously, parallel automatically. And the GitHub Marketplace has over 15,000 pre-built actions. Need to deploy to Vercel? One line. Send a Discord notification? One line. Run Lighthouse audits? One line. And the community has already built it. So moving ahead to the pros and cons. So let's move to the good part is the zero infrastructure. You write YML, push it, it runs. The free tier gives you 2000 minutes per month, and that's enough for most small teams to never pay a dime. And it's integrated directly where your code already lives. So same common platform. And the bad part is YML is real. Once your pipeline hits 500 lines, you will question your life choices. Debugging is painful. You can't run workflows locally without third-party tools. And you're logged into GitHub. Moving to GitLab later means rewriting everything. So it is best for open source project, startups, solo devs, and any team already on GitHub, which let's be honest is almost everyone. GitHub Action is the Honda Civic of CI/CD. Reliable, affordable, gets the job done. Nobody ever regretted buying a Civic. So moving to the last and the third tool, GitLab CI, all-in-one DevOps platform. The tool nobody talks about on YouTube, but half of enterprise uses it. Here's the pitch: CI/CD, source control, container registry, security scanning, monitoring, all in one platform. No tool sprawl, no duct taping 5 services together. And how it works is this is also supports the YAML file. Just create it in your repo root, define stages, define jobs. GitLab runners, either shared or self-hosted, execute the work. So this is built-in coverage parsing, one-line SAST, security scanning, environment tracking with URLs, and the conditional rules also. See the SAST stage. That's one line. One line gives you static application security testing, vulnerability scanning built in on GitHub Actions. That's a third party action and 20 lines of config. The auto DevOps is GitLab's wildcard. Enable it, and GitLab will auto detect your language, build it, test it, scan it for vulnerabilities, and deploy it to Kubernetes. Zero configuration, it just works. The DAG pipelines let you build complex dependency graphs, parent-child pipelines, multi-project pipelines. If your architecture is 15 microservices that need coordinated deploys, GitLab handles that natively. Now coming to the pros part, everything in one roof, built-in SAST, DAST, dependency scanning, license compliance frameworks for regulated industries. The pipeline visualization is genuinely very beautiful. And the cons is it's resource heavy. It's a heavy platform and the self-hosted GitLab needs serious resources. There's less community content. You won't find as many tutorials, and setting up runners for the first time will age you. But this is best for enterprises that want one platform to rule them all. Teams with compliance requirements, organizations that are tired of gluing GitHub, Circle CIs, and other Argo CD together. So GitLab is the Tesla of CI/CD. Everything is integrated, opinionated and powerful, but you have to buy into the ecosystem. Once you do, you never look back. Now let's move ahead to the side by side comparison. So for the setup time, GitHub Action needs 5 minutes, CI needs, GitLab needs 15 minutes, and Jenkins hours to days. For the costing part, GitHub gives 2000 minutes per month, GitLab gives 400 minutes, and the Jenkins is free. But you are paying for servers and other sanity part. For the flexibility, Jenkins infinite, you can do literally anything. GitLab high, GitHub Action medium. So moving ahead, for the scalability, let's see. The Jenkins is excellent. You manage it. GitHub Action, GitHub manages it, and GitLab is auto scaling runners, which manage them. Now, when to use what is important. So, if you are looking for the complex enterprise pipeline with custom requirement, choose Jenkins. And if your code is already hosted on GitHub and there are open source projects, use GitHub Action. And the best for the organization wanting a single DevOps platform and enterprise teams needing built-in security scanning, go for GitLab CI. So moving ahead, let me prove that was not hyperbole. Watch the live demo of all the pipeline. Basically, this is a pipeline simulator where you need to learn or visualize how it works. So just clicking push code. So when code is pushed, so build, it is started building, and then test set also started activated, and once it all clears, the code is basically deployed successfully. So this is basically the simulator of how it works. So once you push to the main branch, pipeline gets triggered, push complete, installing dependency, and here we are using for the JavaScript part. So in the TypeScript framework, so it compile TypeScript, check error of dependency and lint error, there is nothing, that then it move ahead for the npm run build, started building, and then once it built, it test the various shoot. Once the test case passed, and then it went for the deployment part where it built the docker image, push to registry, and everything Kubernetes. So hence this is the simulator of how the CI/CD pipeline works. Coming to the tool configuration, so this is the pipeline for Jenkins, this is for the GitHub Action, and this one is for the GitLab. Now let's look for the number of resources and the repo size. This is the comparison playground. So for the team size 5 and a number of repos 3 if you have. So GitHub Actions is the easiest setup, and also it has the free tier. As you increase the team size 20, so for this part, GitLab built-in DevOps platform is great for mid-sized teams wanting everything in one place. And suppose it, if team size is 5 and if number of repos is increases, in that case Jenkins, the maximum flexibility, self-hosted scalability is recommended. So this is also a kind of mini tutorial. Once you pushes, CI triggered, and then CI YAML executed. So here build pass, test pass, and deployed to production. And so when you click the status of that, so git status, you can check here, changes not found. So yeah, this was the simple simulator of the working of the pipeline. Hope you like that. So yeah, this is it. CI/CD is not optional anymore. It's not a nice to have, it's table stakes. If your code does not test and deploy itself in 2026, you are leaving speed, reliability, and sleep on the table. If this helped, hit subscribe. I make practical dev content, AI related steps, no filter, no long tutorials for something that takes in 5 minutes. Drop a comment, which CI/CD tool are you using, Jenkins, Actions, or GitLab? something else entirely, I want to know. So here, the solo engineer, where the tech meets reality. See you in the next one. Thank you.